All right, good morning. The Committee on Parole is called to order Tuesday, November the 1st, 10:24 a.m. My name is Brendan Kelsey. I'll be your chair along with Ms. Bonnie Jackson, Mr. Pete Frink, staff and support of DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. Our remote location is Bossier with staff and support. Please introduce yourself there.
Sergeant Todd Roberts, security.
Gene Murphy, program manager, Stevel.
All right, thank you. And today we'll have Mr. Randy Meyer that will speak at the appropriate time. Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
My name is Nicholas Cortez. My DOC number is 564679.
All right, Nicholas, you heard the introductions. We'll have a parole interview, ask you some questions. You can respond. At the end, you can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Nicholas Cortez, DOC number 564679. You're a fourth class offender, not eligible for good time. Your full term date is 11/4/2023. You have a 2-year sentence for possession of cocaine. Does that sound correct? How would you answer Mr. Pete Freeman's questions, please?
How old are you, Mr. Cortez?
I'm 35.
Okay, and how long have you been in jail on this sentence?
About 14 months now.
14. Okay. They stopped you and you had some cocaine. Was it for personal use or was it for to sell?
Yes, sir. It's personal use.
Okay. Have you ever received any other treatment for drugs?
I'm sorry.
Have you ever received any treatment for drugs on the outside?
Yes, sir.
What you've been received?
I went to Bridge House. It was a rehab. It's an inpatient rehab.
And when did you go to Bridge House?
The last time I went was 2015.
Well, you've been to it more than one time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's the problem? I mean, you go to the treatment and you go back to using drugs? I mean, what happened?
The first time I went, I had to go as a stipulation for a drug court program. And the second time I went, I had a relapse, and it was after I lost my firstborn child. I relapsed, and my family did a small intervention with me, and we decided as a family that it was best for me to go back to treatment.
Okay. How many children do you have?
I just had my second born child. He is now 15 months old.
Okay. How long have you been using drugs? What age you started?
I'd say around the age of 21.
Okay. What's your drug of choice?
Before it was prescription pain medication and occasional cocaine.
You've been on supervision. You were revoked in 10/8/11, then sent to drug court. You had a theft supervision and possession of heroin. And that's when you finally completed the drug court. Is that correct?
Sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now you're in the Steve Hall program. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at first they put you out the program. Why did they put you out the program when you first got there?
That's not correct.
I don't have any documentation on that, sir. I don't know that to be.
Okay, in the letter it said that he was non-compliant. Y'all had put him out and then let him back in. So you don't have that record, Mr. Murphy?
Sir, I don't have that in my notes. I can check with my supervisors on that and get back to the board.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Mr. Murphy. How is he doing in the program this time?
For my notes, sir, he's meeting all his treatment plan requirements. He's been involved in his, risk management 1s and 2s. He's lived in balance 1. I believe he's still enrolled in his, living in balance 2. He's progressing in his MRT class. He's completed his victim awareness class. I believe he's also enrolled in strengthening families. He's also involved in some ancillary classes, coping skills. And are you involved in the MAT program?
Yes, sir.
Yes, he is. He's currently enrolled in the MAT program as well.
Okay, how about the warden? Is there any comments on his behavior? Have y'all had any problems with him?
No, sir, we have not had any issues with him, at our facility or Bossier.
What is gonna be your sobriety plan if we release you today? How you gonna stay so?
I'm gonna get back in connection with my home group that I was attending before. I plan on attending some outpatient treatment to go along with that, with my AAA and NA meetings, and just staying active in recovery as much as possible with the fellowship.
And where are you gonna live and work?
I currently will be living with my mother and my father. My personal home was damaged in the last storm in Hurricane Ida, so right before I was incarcerated, I moved back in with them. So, and they agreed that it's okay for me to remain living with them.
Okay, did you have a job prior to your incarceration?
Yes, sir, I'm an electrician.
An electrician, that's a good trade. I mean, you got a good trade. You got everything going for you, except you got to get off of these drugs. You got a
Yes.
family, and that's things you need to think about. Okay, the sheriff is opposed, which that's normal. And we hadn't spoke with your family, but it sounds like they're in favor if they're gonna let you come live with them, correct?
Yes, sir.
When will he complete the Steve Hall program, Mr. Murphy?
His anticipated graduation date is 12/16 of 22, sir.
Oh, question.
Hi, Mr. Randy Meyer, would you like to make a statement?
Yes, sir. Randy Meyer, Assistant DA, Jefferson Parish. I think it's pretty apparent that Mr. Cortez has a significant drug problem and definitely needs to complete the Steve Hall program. We would also request that upon his release, that the board impose some strict conditions on him to help him to maintain his sobriety.
Thank you. Mr. Cortez, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
I would just really thank y'all for y'all time today, and I appreciate every opportunity that y'all have set forth for me and given me the opportunity to participate in the Stephen Hall program.
You'll stand prepared to vote. Mr. Freeman?
Okay, Mr. Cortez, sounds like you're on the right track, but you do need to finish that drug treatment. And you also need to probably take a couple other classes, you know, try to get yourself prepared, because you're a fourth felony offender. You get out this time. I mean, you only got a 2-year sentence being a fourth felony offender, and I just think this is your last try, but I just don't think you're ready at this time, and my vote is to deny.
Mr. Jackson?
All right, I do think you're doing well. I think you're on the right track. But I think you also have enough awareness to understand, because you've gone through inpatient treatment programs before. This is not new to you. You know that your history has been one of relapse. And so I don't think that immediately upon completion of Steve Hoyle, you all of a sudden be ready for transition. I think you need to complete Steve Hoyle, and then you need to slowly transition back by going, not being released immediately, because your date is in May. Your date is May. That you'll be released regardless. So I just think you need to take that time once you complete Steve Hoyle to really get yourself in a position that you're not going to fall back to what's been happening. So I would encourage you to keep up with your work. But my vote today is to deny because of the proximity of your full term date.
All right, you have 2 votes to deny. I'm also going to vote to deny for the same reason stated. Keep working hard on the classes. Steve Hall, you have a short time. You were given a gift by just getting a 2-year as a 4th offender. So keep working hard. This is an opportunity for you to work through that. Maybe you have a little setback, and it's how we respond to these setbacks. But keep working hard. I wish you good luck. 3 votes to deny today. Your 4th been denied. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I'm a little bit confused.
I had Michael Hayworth, but I don't know.
I'm a little confused because so this was recorded in November 1st and May, so December, January, February, March, April, May. He's getting out. How did he only get a 2-year sentence for 4th felony offender? But is he in the Steve Hoyle program, or did they? Because I think the Steve Hoyle program is a 9-month program. I don't think he realized. Why am I so confused? I'm confused because how is this helping him? Letting him out on parole, and they could have set up requirements, like they could have set up to go to AANA. They could have set up a weekly drug test. They could have done all of that, but now he's just going to get out, and he's not going to have any of those restrictions. So, quite frankly, I'm a bit confused. I wonder if they denied him simply because they knew they couldn't do anything. His proximity date's too close. But it doesn't seem like he has any. They're just like, whatever, good luck. I mean, that's how I saw it. Did I miss something? Sometimes I miss something. And man, he is an electrician, a good family, except they didn't show up here, which is always a little confusing to me. You think you could take, this whole hearing was less than like 10 minutes, 13 minutes. They could have showed up on a virtual call, but drugs are bad. They really mess with you, and they don't discriminate. And the guy's wasting his life away. But I just don't get how this was in his best interest. With that, I'll let you go. Please do like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm.